Okay, and welcome to the next video, where we are currently in Brighton, and this video is about our journey south from Lowestoft,
where we took the lines from a 14-year-old girl who's attempting to circumnavigate the UK.
and we sneak past Felixstowe and Harwich into my old sailing grounds of Wolverston, and Paul fixes the generator.
And we finished the video down in Queensborough, setting up our passage up the Thames to Tower Bridge and St Catherine's Dock. What have you got? One of your home port
I've got one
beers?
of Adam's beers.
Alright. Okay, and we're sitting where?
Norfolk and Suffolk Royal Yacht Club in Lowestoft.
Yeah, so it's looking very nice. And the verdict, very good.
Good, as usual.
And what's that you've got on your wrist there?
A piece of rope.
Oh, who made that for you?
I wondered.
What else have you got that's got a pretty piece of rope on like that? Show everybody. Ooh, a sailing knife. Also with, yes, very nice. Are you happy with this knife?
All kitted out, I'm ready to go.
Good, excellent. Proper sailor girl. Probably yacht club, isn't it? And how many yacht clubs do you know that have polished copperware all over the place in the toilets? So we're off around the town today, a bit of exploring on the scoots. Where are we going?
I think we're going to go and find a kipper shop that Peter's told us about.
Okay.
And maybe just go and have a look at things.
Alright, so we're taking the scoots and we'll tell you how we get on. Maybe take a few 40s on the way around. Someone's sailing today, but it's looking a bit foggy offshore, so glad we're not out there. But there's a lovely esplanade down here. Scooters were great for going up and down there. Yeah, lifeboat heading out. Don't think it's on a shout, but I think they'd be going a bit faster. But we've got a couple of, I think these are kind of museum pieces really. There's a trawler, LC trawler, and then a beautiful old, the Excelsior LT 472 sail driven fishing boat. Beautiful condition. Well, we got to the smokehouse, but it was closed, and even though it was a Sunday, we're not even sure if it was actually fully closed. Woo-hoo! Mary liked this. I'm not sure if she liked it more than the scooter, but so would you have swapped your scooter for the Postman Pat mobility car?
Nope.
No, you're happy with your scooter? Okay.
Yep.
We returned to the harbour. We took the lines for Katie McCabe, who's only 14-year-old, and she's sailing Philander 26-foot Morgan Giles solo around the UK. Dad's following in an Amaryllis, and at the time this video was being edited, she was in Venice. Bye Lowestoft. Had a nice stay there, and that lovely yacht club there. How are you this morning?
On our way to River Orwell, my stomping ground.
So that's us leaving Lowestoft. Yeah, pretty rubbish day. It's drizzling, grey. Tide's slightly against us at the moment, should change in our favour shortly. A straightforward passage outside the back of Home Sands, and then as we got south we crossed Cutler and in through the North Channel. As the rain came down, we made our way to Felixstowe and Harwich ports. We've got a big evergreen container vessel over on the dockside there. I hope it's not going to block the channel here like it did the Suez Canal. Another border force vessel heading out to protect the coastline. Somebody's managing to sail anyway, even if we aren't, we're dead into the wind. We saw a whole fleet of these little vessels. I think they're Cornish crabbers, It must have been the annual regatta or something like that. Coming in, and there's 3. I guess these would be lightship vessels moored in the channel here, just off the edge of Shotton Point. Just crossing the channel here, there's a preferred yacht course. We're just going to go across the channel here to avoid the major shipping. They have agreed yacht routes that we can follow, so they keep out of the way of the big ships. And then from here on we have to stay close to the channel because of our depth. So lots of activity in here with vessels going everywhere. There's quite a lot of yachts in here that don't show up on the AIS, so we just have to keep our visual on them and radar. Not see the sailing barge, Mary. So we picked up a mooring buoy, and as we sat there having a wee drink, a sailing barge came very close in and tacked across the river very calmly and very smoothly. And you can see in this shot how much the tidal current affects them. He tacked back again and then away down the river. This is our pilotage up the river. You can see where we crossed the channel and made our way up the river. So this is Pin Mill. Fine fishing. I think these are pilot boats actually. A couple of pilot boats by the look of them. Another one up here. See a couple of barges in the background, and there's a yacht there in a cradle, so I think that's how they deal with yachts here.
So what are you doing today?
Well, we've got a bit of a problem. They started the generator this morning and it overheated, and the exhaust was warm, much warmer than it should have been, so I think the water pump is fried and I need to get the impeller out of it. But I also, in looking at that, found that the supply feed to the water pump is kinked at the back of the generator. So the only way I can get to that is to actually ease the generator out, move it across, and get access into that area. So I'm having to kind of dismantle the generator. So it's quite a big job. As you can see, we've got the exhaust out for the main engine. We'll shuffle the generator across, and then we should have space to be able to get right in at the back of there, to right down the back of the generator to where the pipe comes through. And then I'm going to reroute it through the front of here, so I can actually see what's going on and the problem doesn't happen again. And then later, probably when we get home, I'll put a full-time fix to it. So this is where the kink was, right down the back of here. And this is the offending water pump. Long term, I'm going to fit a hatch in here so that I can get access into that side of the generator. Generator just moved across sufficient. I can get my hand in here and through the side under here and get the lid out, and so I can get into the pump. Looks like the pump is the impeller's gone, so that's what's been the problem. So I was able to just move it across sufficiently with taking the exhaust pipe out. And this is the offending water pump, and I did manage to get all the bits for the impeller, found them all in various parts of the engine. And this is the final solution. You can see I put a clear pipe in here so I can see that there is water flowing there, so all should be good. I've also got a temperature sensor to go in. And after the work, of course, the skipper has to take a wee nap to recover. We were in the marina at Wolverston for a few days, so we had friends and family come to visit us, which was really nice to catch up with them and show them around the boat. And we had some spectacular sunsets there as well. Just head along to the fuel berth to get some fuel, and then we'll be away. We're heading down Felixstowe and Harwich out of the river. We've had a nice time here. So we've got a nice sailing breeze, and it's going to be a reachy, runny sort of day downwind, I think, and hopefully it's not too strong. Some big boats here that we have to avoid.
We're leaving Wolverston, heading for Burnham on Crouch, and so far it's nice and sunny, well, sunny-ish, and got a nice breeze.
This This is Walton on the Naze Pier. I didn't know there was a pier at Walton, but there you go. Under motor and a bit of sail mainsail up because the wind dropped away and it was just horrible, flappy, rolly. A bit rolly here, 4 foot swell right at the end of Gunfleet Sands. It's we're in only about 12 feet of water, so, and there's a big northerly swell, so we're getting rocked around a bit. So we're hoping to get just south east of the shoal so that the water's deeper. And this is our passage down past Dunfleet Sand, and you can see by number 5 we've actually got into the shelter behind the sands, and the swell was much lighter. You see the waves breaking on it, and you can see the wind farm that's on the sands as well. So we've got shelter behind Gunfleet Sands here, and the waves and swell have dropped off considerably.
Burnham on Crouch.
A bit shallow around here, isn't it? It's all a bit mud banks and sandbars.
It's going to be a bit iffy coming up.
So this is Burnham on Crouch, and there's quite a lot of traffic actually up here. Well, left there was in fact a possible anchorage in here. There was one little boat in there, but no, I didn't really fancy it. It was a bit exposed. So we made it up the river into Burnham Marina, and then took the scoots out for a little trip around the town to see what was there. What was it? What was this?
The Atlantic charged rowboat.
Yeah, that looks not very big just to go across the Atlantic in. So it's a taps off sort of day for Akitas. We've stripped down the cockpit covers around, we've just got the bimini up. Shaders from the heat of the sun. Harry's just gone off to speak to the harbour master. We're just slightly concerned it might be shallow in this corner when we reverse out, because it's pretty much getting on for low tide now. And we don't know how much water is in here. I think the technique's going to be to pull the bow in so that we're slightly across the berth because there's nobody next to us. Push the stern out, and then see if we can swing quite quickly to go down the channel over here between the back side of the boats here and the edge of the marina. It's a lovely day here in Burnham on Crouch. We've got sunshine everywhere, so I hope it's not going to get too hot today, but we're heading off to go over to Queensborough and then make our approach up the Thames tomorrow. A tricky exit from here. It's sands shoals across the end of here by the look of it. A bit of current coming out of there. You can see by the way the track runs across there. So some oppie coaching going on here. Nice to see the oppies out for all you oppie sailors. So where's the skipper taking us today?
Well, I'm starting us out to Queensborough. Trying to get us out of here.
So where are we on the tide then?
Heading to the bottom.
Okay, so not much wiggle room in here then. Big fleet of day boats here. There's seems to be dragons. I can see squibs. I can see 707s. Yeah, quite a lot of day boat sailing goes on here by the look of it. Did have a scoot along the front here at Burnham last night or in the evening. So I think there's a yacht club this end, and then looks like there's also marine facilities, pubs and things, and then there's a bit of a shipyard down here, and then the end of the village, and then we're into the Burnham Yacht Harbour down there. Another racing going on up here, some lasers. I don't know whether those are 200s or there's an RS in there. Oh, poor laser there got blanked by the guy with the black spinnaker, and so's the other laser. The other poor laser's getting blanked as well. Sail down, around the mark, tight in. That's what we want to see. It's the girls, it's the girls, yeah. Oh, and the little laser's managed to... Oh, he hasn't managed to push him out, but let's see if he's still got wind here, so he's decided to turn away a bit, to clear away, clear a wind.
All girls.
And I think they are all girls. It's either a girls' fleet or, yeah. The big fleet seems to be mostly whizzy boats. So we say goodbye to Burnham. Thanks very much. Just an overnight here, but a lovely place to sail from. Mary is deadheading her Basil here. We did actually see a wayfarer cruising in the outer parts of the estuary. So now we're talking a bit of decent breeze. We're doing 7.1, we've got the motor on just ticking over at the moment. And yeah, heading across the Thames. Glad to be in a bit deeper water. It's been very kind of cloudy, muddy water. We've just been passing 6 feet of water under us, so not a lot of clearances. Nice to get a bit of deeper water. We're in 40 feet here. Well, the skipper has deserted her helm position and has taken up the position on the G&T seat. Why is that then?
Hold on to that.
Oh, you were in the shade, okay. You're improving your tan, are you? This is Queensborough Harbour and the moorings there. So we're entering... Skipper's complaining about the fact...
Look at the big bugger coming up my behind.
She's worried about the Lady Clara. She might get bounced around a little bit by this vessel. We also have a little confrontation going on up here. There's a Kez is getting moved around by that tug. So we're trying to keep out of the way. The yacht ahead of him probably is in more mortal peril than we are. I wonder where he's going. Do you think he's going up the channel we're going into? He'll be a car transporter, I think, by the look of it. And that must be how they lift containers. So that's how you do it. Get off a key that's blowing you on when you have a tug available. You put your bow thrusters on forward to push you off, and you use the tug to pull you off aft. It's like that's one of the boats that puts all the navigation marks in. He's got a red port-hand mark hanging off his crane. So in the normal tradition of Nairn Sailing Club, safe arrivals. That's us alongside at Queensborough. Lovely little spot. Visitors mooring, or if you're lucky you can get alongside here. Floating pontoon with a long jetty in onto the shore. Deep breath and relax. So looks like an important building in the town of Queensborough. Let's go and have a look at what's in the window. So we turned right down a little alleyway and we came to a little harbour. So there's a little fishing harbour. Looks like there's some sort of shipyardy thing down the end there. And then the river goes further up here. And that's where the castle was. That's what it looked like. Built by Edward III in 1360. So, nothing much left of the castle then. So, this next marks the spot. It's quite a complicated castle if that's the shape of it.
Hope you enjoyed this video. We had some great weather for it.
So join us next time if you're interested in our passage up the Thames through the barrier to Tower Bridge and St Catherine's Dock.
And Paul's going to release some technical videos for when he changed out our engine and generator.
So join us. So if you're interested in either of these items, join us next time and watch the videos. So like, subscribe, share. It's free, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Like, share and subscribe.
It's free. And click the bell.
Right.
Let's get the sound level right. Just check my lines. Join us next time. And so if you enjoy the either have, yes, it's on there, so Lindsay's smiling.
At least we're sitting still at the end.
Can't tell because you're behind the frame. I've got it switched on, but you need to smile a little bit, make yourself look happy, and when the volume's okay, we can start the video.